Excellent condition. Excellent connection. The connection is excellent. According to this, there's an excellent connection. Hi, I'm Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I like just having these little talks about how I feel about things. I'm having a hard day energetically myself. It's the dip. It's the dip after climactic events. Even if they happen in the world, we all feel it. We're all connected. There's all kinds of explosions. These are just like the pictures I kept seeing the last 3 years. They're not so much like it's just like it's playing out. It's not. It's more infrastructure. It's more carelessness. It's more neglect of more people not paying attention to where things are, and things getting lost in the shuffle, and policies and practices and procedures not being followed up on in crucial, pertinent areas because they're too busy lobbying and making deals and swinging wieners and doing all that shit that isn't important. So, we're learning our lessons. Hopefully, people are learning their lessons. You don't really, regardless of what's going on in the world, whether it's the Rona, the Rorona, because it's not my Rorona. It's not me. Doesn't impact me, except that I gotta do this at the grocery store and when I put my laundry in my clothes in the wash. It's the only time I gotta do it. Other people gotta do it all the time. I couldn't do it. I like to talk too much. It stifles. So we're all energetically connected, and people are coming into the realization of that, and that how we act, how our behavior directly so much impacts people around us. People don't think how they act impacts people. You don't think when you're in a bad mood that it puts other people in a bad mood, or that when you're in a good mood that it really helps. I think I aim to hopefully put people in more of a higher vibrational frequency than I do lower. I know sometimes I'm a jerk and I can be an ass and say things that are just shouldn't be said. So I don't have any friends. I guess I always say that one thing. I don't know. But it's changing. Just because I don't have any friends now doesn't mean I'm not going to tomorrow or the next day or the day after that, Because whenever I go out, I'm always trying to make friends. Just people are just so caught up in their own worlds right now. But soon they're starting to see that how the world is all connected, and they're starting to live more in a community mindset. It's pretty cool in a lot of areas. That's the stuff I'm trying to focus on, because it's too easy for me to focus on the negative, and I got anger. I got passion is a better word for it, not so much anger. I got passion. I can get frustrated because I don't understand things. And I can be fearful about things. Usually that's why everybody's acting like fools, is because they're scared. People just, when people are scared, I mean, how many people have legitimately been scared in their life? Like, freaking piss your pants, fuck, I think I'm gonna die right now, scared. I mean, because I've had so many that I just think that everybody's had them, and I'm thinking that people just haven't had that freaking charge, that adrenaline, like, oh my god, I almost just died. Because I think the more that happens, and the older you get, the more you realize that you aren't guaranteed every day. And then they start, I listened to a talk by, I think it was the Astrology Hub, Amanda Poole Walsh, I think her name is. She's out of Hawaii. They have rad flowers over there. The Onion House. Lots of different varieties. I've never been there. I always wanted to visit. But I don't really have to go because, I mean, I've seen so many shows that, you know, you see so much terrain. And once you've, I know there's places that make you speechless and just take your breath away and stuff like that. But I don't think traveling's going to be, I don't think traveling's going to be possible so much in the next couple years unless you really know people. And I don't even know enough of the important people to give me fucking running water, so I don't think I'm going to make any kind of cut on any kind of list of the VIPs that get to make it over the island. Because everything's just, they're going to use that for, not just them, but all these, they're going to, you know, all these countries, land, borders, areas, or they're going to, everybody's going back to communal living for a little bit. I talked about it more in my earlier videos about how I was going to see things, or how I saw things that were going to play out in the next few years. And now it's really interesting how they're actually playing out. You know? See, because we've had so many of these freaking made up conflicts, man. Just based on... God, I swear every time I hear national... What is it? Military intelligence, anything like that, it's an oxymoron. It's all oxymorons. They're just all, because I supported them, I work for them all, and their ideas. Hi, squirrel. It's the one he got. He's only got half tail. I think he had mange or something. But I see him. Hi. Good day. What's up, Nubs? Nubbins. The birds are coming in. So all this bullshit was made up for so long so these people could get rich. And they're already rich. But just sometimes when people get so big in their ego, they don't got... enough is never enough with them. Enough is never enough. And there's just like more people on the planet are just like satisfied with, you know, as long as your basic needs are met, you're cool. You don't need extravagant lifestyles, you know. You just want your family to be healthy. You just want to be happy. Maybe go to a lake every now and again, go swimming, go on a picnic, stuff like that, you know. But people just got out of hand with all the stuff that they wanted to do. In the really good places, it makes me so angry. Like, all the really good places are like the exclusive clubs. Like, you got to have a lot of money to go there. And that's just not fair, because there's so many people in this world that just would prosper just from having the experience of going. But people have to set their costs so high to pay for overhead and all that stuff. And it just drives me crazy, because money isn't even real, man. Money isn't, like, bottom line, period, done. Money is nothing. Money is a made-up fucking reindeer game. And then I think of all the grossness that happens on the earth because of it. All the perversion, because of power. This idea of power that people have, power and control. Who the fuck wants to control people? It's like herding cats, man. Trying to get, like, an organization on a mass level just to update their computer systems is a fucking nightmare. So why would people choose to just make everybody act in a certain kind of way? It's just weird. It's just weird. And when I was a little girl, I never thought, you know, fast forward 40 years... everybody's going to be walking, you know, majority of the people in the population of the planet, they're walking around with their faces covered. And I remember being, you know, it wasn't like 20 years ago, people were real pissed off about Operation Iraqi bullshit, you know, but what they did is they stroked the fear, and, you know, and they're all, you know, they're all the people with the towels, you know, all the derogatory remarks and all the stuff that I heard in the dorms and all that stuff, just to get people to get pumped up and hate, and then go over there in their country and fucking kill them. And then come back and put all the people that did it in the police stations and stuff like that. Half of them ate their feelings. They're just a heart attack waiting to happen. The other ones are all roided out and they're just taking out their freaking shit on people. Dude, that's what... It's all so obvious to me. You want to know what's happening to the beautiful trans women in the Midwest? Yeah, look at your frickin' cops that aren't frickin' cool with themselves. Probably the ones that were on the baseball team, I'm guessing. You know, they're all this. They're just stereotypical. These fucking trite, asshole, misogynistic, fucking patriarchal, puke, control freak dicks. They all, you know, they all gotta have all the best cars and the most house, money, property, prestige. You know, and for a long time, society is just like, oh, they're just in love and all this stuff. But people are like, dude, 16-year-olds with 15-year-olds and shit like that. That's disgusting. I was deflowered when I was 10 months old, a baby. I read the sheriff report when I was in junior high. I came across it because I heard rumors, you know, people whisperings and stuff like that. But no, not me. That couldn't have happened to me. That happens to other people, not me. Then the other things happen, and that's the thing is like, because they target the freaking good spirited, the ones with the big hearts. That's why freaking Disney is such a freaking cesspool. With their Masonic lodges and their VIP exclusive packages down to the Caribbean. It's all fucking disgusting and gross. Their Disney cruises. And you know what? They prey on freaking having experiences with your families. Well, I remember like watching like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks and Escape to Witch Mountain and that stuff. And I remember I got freaking creeped out. I couldn't watch the Geppetto. I couldn't. Yeah, it's just the new YouTube. I got a great connection. I know it was happening with Adrian Elise. If you don't start your system, if you're one of those that don't start your machine, you got to restart your machine. People got to restart their machines. There are so many updates and stuff like that right now that it's going to create a lot of connectivity issues. So first of all, people have to restart their machines, let the updates happen. On an Adrian Elise talk earlier today, it was buffering for someone. And the audio was good for me, but the video wasn't lining up with the audio. But in those instances, at this point, if you can hear what I say, it doesn't matter what you're looking at. And if people's messages are supposed to get out, they're going to get out. You're seeing a lot of splits of, you know, because cooperation is needed. I like how Peace Dealer Michael talks about the guild wars. I'm looking for my same freak tribe. I know they're there. I know they're there. I know they're coming. I know they're coming because I can hear them. I could, you know, I know they're there. I could feel them, you know. I'm excited about community. Today I got to meditate about an hour and a half. Hour 15 minutes. And it was a little broken up there. But, man, people just have to just try not to live in fear right now. It's really, really important that people really, really, really try and do whatever you can not to live in fear right now. And just try and keep picturing the world how you want to see it. With the freaking fruit trees and vegetables everywhere in the city streets and the, you know, on the side of the road, people just being able to grow. And and where I live, there's already people living in tents everywhere. You know, why can't the city bring them in porta potties and stuff like that and make it easier for them instead of the freaking meathead police driving through all the time. What are you guys doing? It's like, dude, you guys have nothing better to do but freaking bother people that just are trying to live their lives, man. They don't even have a house, and then you're coming out and freaking being a dick to them. There's a camp behind Walmart that I go to. I saw a dog on a leash, and I didn't see his person in the street, and then the person called the dog over, and I was like, all right, grab him before I pull away, because I don't want a dog darting in front of me, you know. Like, you got water? I just bought water, but you got water, kid? Yeah, I got water. All right, stay hydrated. You know, you got to look out for people. People, I don't know. I always identified more with people that had gone through hardships in their lives, that have had life experiences. Because, and when you have things happen to you that are just scary, you know, that your life is never going to be the same again. I mean, poles literally don't have to flip for people's lives to change. I mean, how many people this week are going to come home and their spouses 20, 30 years are just going to be like, nah, don't want to no more. Just kidding. I'm going to go do this over here. You know, I'm of this persuasion, or I'm of that. Because people are becoming into balance. And so they're going to start living more of the lives that they want to live, that their heart wants them to live, and not the life that they've been told to live. Happened for me. It started about 4 years ago when I moved to Oregon. My poles flips, so to speak. I hate when people say bipolar and shit like that. I hate it. It is so, it's controller speak. It's putting people in a box. And I put them in a box by calling them control freaks. You drug people up so it desensitizes them. Everybody's supposed to feel. Call it schizophrenia or what, schizophrenia, whatever. We're all just freaking receivers of data and information. Some people can just only do it with a book or only watching something on TV, and then they're like, oh, that's what I believe now. Because people aren't taught to learn how to think anymore. Lines of thinking, when a thought leads to another thought that leads to another thought. No, people are just imposed with rabbit holes. Think this. Okay. Well, thank goodness more and more people are staying home and they're becoming curious about things, that there's got to be more than this. And then they're finding out, oh, there is so much more than this. You know where I honestly do not know where to find, maybe I should go drive around the parking lots where these college kids are living and find the ones that are because I got ideas about the new technology era, that it's more about inclusion. See, because cooperation is nature's way, and inclusion is for everybody. And anybody that's going to try and freaking sell you membership required. Yeah, I get people that got bills to pay and stuff like that, but look at how much you're paying of their overhead. Look at how much. Gadgets, bells, whistles, boats, cars, all the stuff you're paying for to listen and receive their message. That is why I won't monetize my channel. And everything, all my talks I give, I'm like probably around 1,100 now. I was like at 1,050 the last time I saw a video number count, and that was a couple weeks ago, and I do like 2 a day, so that's all free. I'll earn my way with my computer skills. People got problems with your technology, I don't care. I'll freaking help you with it. And if I help you in a way that freaking send me $10-20 PayPal. You got questions about energy? You know, I'm a photographer. I love I got a Facebook, an Instagram page, Snapnax. I need a faster machine. So like tasks that I could do on a desktop, but that would take me 15 minutes, take me like 45 on the laptop, and it just makes me so that I just a lot of times don't bother with uploading photos and stuff like that, and transferring from my Nikon to it's just other stuff I'd rather do, like nothing. Anyway, that stuff is a nightmare for me, just because there's other stuff I'd rather do. But if anyway, one day. So, but I do love taking pictures, and my idea is I'm just gonna I got business cards. I hand them out all the time. That's what I thought this was going to change for me, 2020, and then just kidding. And what I do is I'll just go along with you. I'll listen to my music, whatever the occasion is, senior, freaking school pictures, senior portraits, freaking grandpa's in town from, well, when people start traveling again. Grandpa's in town from across the country, and he's getting old, so, you want to go out, and you guys are, I hate that cop. Is that no. There's one that does it chirp chirp, like haha, I'm pulling you over. Chirp chirp chirp. I don't like that guy. He's a pig. Anyway, I think that's more of a first respond vehicle. My train of thought. Oh, camera card. So I just listen to my music, take a couple, hang out with the occasion for a couple hours, take 200-300 pictures, and then when I leave, I'll give you the camera card. And then you can just PayPal me or do whatever to, pick your price. Photography is the idea. Yeah, so I pretty much freaking take pictures for gratuity is what I do. Because everybody deserves pictures, man. Photography. And I freaking love doing it so much. I remember reading that book, Seeds of the Soul or something like that, Gary Zukav, when I was like 14, 15. I thought he was cool. And he lived in Mount Shasta, too. I don't think he does anymore. I think he still has a retreat up there. But I thought it was really neat because I was mad about stuff, and to see him calm, and to, I think he was like a Green Beret, and he was this soldier, and to find his peace and all this stuff. And it's kind of funny because now looking back at it, I've kind of done that myself. What do you know? So then I just leave, and then because that's the way I just give people the camera card, and that way if people want to have their stuff, they want to edit my pictures and have them edited and all that stuff, you can do it, but I'm not gonna. And then I'm gonna make pet furniture, dog on it. Yep, dog on it. Pet and cat furniture. Cat furniture, I'm gonna use manzanita. And I think like a cedar, a wood that's kind of soft but smells really good too. Yeah, because it can't just look good. It's got to be, for all the senses. I want to make pet furniture that's like functional with everyday furniture, like bookcases and scratch pads and stuff like that. I want to categorize my house when I get my next house. I want to categorize it. Make it for Stanley and make it outside catio for Stanley. Because he runs off, man. He's too important to me. So he can go outside. I'll just have him quarantined. No mask, though, dude. You're cool. What else do? I cook. I bake. There's a lot I do. I'm a mechanic. I'm trained in, there's a lot of stuff that I do. I just like help people, and I like inventing things too. I like coming up with better ideas about how to do things. I got a lot of cool ideas about how to keep like senior citizens freaking cooler in the summer and warmer, and optimizing making their lives more efficient and stuff like that. And there's always people that you can find that want to help too. The thing of it is you got to really learn how to learn energy, because there's so many shysters out there, man. There's so many fucking shysters out there. But shysters usually dress like a shyster, and they usually smell like a shyster, and they usually drive a car that just shyster drives, so it's not really too hard. But some people go to a lot of lengths to misrepresent themselves, I'm finding. To make you think that they're of one sort of vibrational frequency when they aren't at all. They aren't at all. Just learn the lesson. Don't freaking beat yourself up about it. Don't get your feelings too hurt about it. That's what they want. That's what the no-vibers want, is for people to feel bad about stuff. Hi, Aaron! The Tower of Evil released you. You started putting love into the universe, and that's how you found me. That is that's might be one of the nicest things I've seen in a long time. Thanks. I don't want to cry. That's fucking rad. You got a nephew you just took in. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing what I've been putting my heartstrings out for that people need to just open their, Because nieces, all the kids, it's always about the kids, man. It's always about the kids. Because you gotta let the kids know that there are loving, kind earth angels in the world, and not everyone is a fucking evil, perverted demon. Just let them be kids as long as they can. I hated that. I remember the Cabbage Patch doll. I hated that. Because all the girls, and I hated girl stuff. I just wanted to ride my bicycle. And I like playing cars, make cities in dirt, make cities and do all that stuff, you know, build towns. And, you know, I was always planning, you know, and trying to make things better. And, oh, you can't put it there because if there's a flood, then this will happen. And it's the same principles in cities. And people just like, oh, let's put a pretty building in here. They're not accounting for Mother Nature and how she's ascending, and we're just fleas on a dog going for a ride so we can go along and ascend with her or perish, pretty much. There's a young girl, I guess, Daisy. She's on a Netflix special. I don't know the special. I don't know anything about her. She's just another 23-year-old girl took her own life just because people don't value life. They don't know all the fucking beautiful, rad stuff. I'm looking at a spider web right now that is just hitting the sunset. That it looks like a rainbow. It looks like a prism of a frickin' rainbow. And there's all of this. People don't know because they're stuck in their own head. Stuck in their own head thinking about thoughts and processes that aren't even theirs. Fears that aren't even theirs. Kids aren't afraid of stuff until we tell them what to be afraid of. It starts with that, and then once you make a kid scared, then it opens them up to the predator. The sensitive, you know, they're easy targets, man. We're easy targets. That's what I'm trying to teach people. They all wear the same shoes. They all wear the same clothes. They all drive the same cars. Just, you know, they all do that egomaniacal stuff. Don't get wrapped up in money and fame and property, prestige, freaking chasing sensations and using people for chasing sensations. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Brad. Take care, Kathy. I'm stoked that you brought. No, I'm not crying today. My pet beds, I put some on Instagram and my old ones. I put pictures of the first one I made. I have prototypes and more designs drawn out, but they're like ottomans. I build them to size, so whatever size dog bed you have, I can build it for that. You put your feet up on it. You can put glass over the top if you want for card night. Whatever. Then I could put leather work too on it. I mean, I could get fancy. I could do all that. It's just I need my shop. I need a shop. I need my garage and a shop. I don't have that here. Carrie from Tucson? Do you guys know each other? That's cool. Making friends. How long have I been yammering? 28 minutes. What day is it? Because so earlier I was talking about the explosions because we're getting the karma of all that stuff. Skin infrastructure is falling apart. So there's going to be a lot more this week is just going to be a very freaking potentially dangerous week. I mean, all the astrologers are saying it. They're all talking about the potential of it. They're all of them. And Mars is going into Aries. Or is it? I don't know. It's hard to keep track of them. So I'm keeping pretty chill, and I had a pretty positive day, actually. I had a pretty positive day, and I got to freaking get really happy with a friend of mine that got some good news about something. And so that's another cool thing that people are figuring out, too, is that sometimes my days are always the same. And I have my daily gratitude list of things that I'm grateful for every day. Although, because of the places I've been and the place in my and all this stuff, that sometimes there are days that I just want to do more. Go on an adventure. I'm all about adventures, and soon enough. But still, sometimes like I want to do it now. I want to go on an adventure, and I want to make friends and go out and hang out and party and all this stuff, And then it's like, oh, that's all the ego stuff. And then I get quiet, and then I get disciplined, and then it's okay again. But on those days that I have a hard time, I remember the days that my days were so packed and so full and so crazy. I'm just like, all I want to do is nothing. And then, so careful what you wish for, right? Because years from like 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd leave to go be on base at 10 minutes after 6. Take me 10 minutes to get to base. About 12 minutes. Because nobody's going through the gate at freaking 6 o'clock in the morning, so you just pretty much get waved in, And then I'd usually wrap up because I was going to school, too. And then be done by like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. Fall asleep to some scrubs, then do it all over again. Yeah. Sometimes, there's just patterns in our life, like going to school, that's one of those. It's like, sometimes, like, classes are so brutal. It's just like, oh, you just got to get through this one, or like life with this class. Because I don't type. So college for me was a nightmare. And this is before all the dictation software, Nuance, Dragon, all that, it's before all that. So I'm like this. So I'd have to make allowances and stuff like that because it would take me freaking forever. And it freaking sucked because my brother got the typing gene. He's one of those that's, can make pancakes. Still have like, ooh, that spider web that I was talking about a minute ago is dancing now. Just got pelted by a bunch of pine needles. You alright, little guy? They're resilient. I love spiders. I think they're really cool, and the way that sun is just hitting it is really freaking neat. Anyway, I got 1,000 pictures like that. I put them up on Snapnax if you want to go look at them on Instagram and Facebook. And plus, Facebook is so stupid. I hate it anyway. I hate Facebook. Use codes, people. They can't pick up on algorithms if you use likenesses. Come on. So, alright. I think that's about all I got. I'm not hanging out on the medias too much these days. I'm trying just to stay above the radar, as a matter of fact. And if you start feeling lonely, if you're if you're in this world and you don't have a lot of friends try looking at it like this. Consider yourself lucky, and consider all the bullshit that you're dodging. All the people that are dealing with some serious bullshit right now in their personal lives, in their work lives. Just think that you could, and there's always stuff you can do to keep yourself entertained, man. It just makes me sad when people can't entertain themselves. I don't understand. I have too much Kundalini, life force, chi, energy. That's why I gotta meditate to freaking stay chill, because I just want to go and go and go and go and go. So, anyway, keep your mind frames, your thoughts high. Positive. Keep thinking positive. Don't look at the negative stuff too much this week, because there's plenty of stuff. I look at it when the energy's like this. I look at it as the end scene, or the climactic conclusion of Raiders of the Lost Ark, when he's just like, just look, whatever happens, don't open your eyes. Go within. A little bit longer. That's the way how I'm taking it, and that's how I'm going to interpret it. It's been actually kind of chill, thank goodness. I know there's thunderstorms, there's storms, there's hurricanes, it's fire season. Energy is, there's explosions, and it's not just in Bay. There's explosions all in other places in the world the last couple days too. Earthquakes, ring fires, just shaking up. Everybody is just urging, hankering. It's like everybody, something's gonna happen. Wonder what it is. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.